Hi everyone, welcome to art. This is your art teacher, Miss Rogers. I am so excited to see all of your smiling faces again today, and I can't wait to get started creating and making some awesome new projects with you this year. Now, before we can get to the fun part of actually making art, we need to talk about our art room procedures. I put together this little video to show you what you shouldn't do and some better ideas of the ways that we do go about things, just so we're all on the same page. So let's start with talking about entering the classroom. Even though our school is outdoors and you're going to be outside when you're coming to the art room, we still need to make sure that we're walking in a straight single file line with our voices at a level 0. We're not going to be running, pushing people, clumping up in groups with our friends. We're going to try and walk as nice and neat as we possibly can. Let's take a look at what some of my other students did and see what you could do better.
I want to be first. Me.
Yikes, that was a disaster. All right, let's give them one more chance and see if they can walk up to the classroom the correct way. Look at that nice single file line. One person right in front of the other. Miss Lockhart is walking all the way up to the white tape line and stopping. Voices are off and they are ready to enter the classroom. Alright, so you guys did an awesome job of lining up, and now I've come outside and I've told you it is time to come into the classroom. If I ask you to hold the door open, please don't high five or hug your friends as they come in. Our voices should be off, still in that single file straight line. Uh-oh, these guys are having a rough time. Let's see if they can do better the next time. Look at that nice straight line, voices are off, hands are to ourselves, and I can tell you are ready for some learning. Okay, so we've entered the classroom correctly, and let's say I've given instructions for the beginning of our class and you need a pencil. Pencils, just like other materials, need to be treated respectfully. We aren't tossing our pencils, playing with the pencil container, putting the pencils near our mouth, ew, or trying to break them. If your pencil is dull and you need a nice new sharp one, please do not use the pencil sharpener while I'm giving instructions. It's really loud and distracting. Instead, we are treating our pencils respectfully, using them only for what they are meant for. If you need a sharp pencil, trade out your dull pencil for a sharp one in the containers in the back of the room. It's time to get to work. I've given instructions and you have all the supplies you need. We are not painting or drawing on the table, other classmates, or anyone else's artwork. You may talk during independent work time, but keep your volume low so everyone can work in a calm environment. Oh my goodness, you better believe if these students were in my class, they would be choosing STEP. Much better, guys. Everyone is working on their own artwork, there's some quiet conversation happening, and it looks like everyone is staying on task. Once you've finished a piece of artwork that needs to dry, like a painting or a collage with glue, we're going to put our art on the drying rack. Yikes, unlike these students, we're going to push in our chairs when we stand up, grab our placemat with our artwork on top of it, and nicely walk it over to the drying rack, where we take turns instead of all trying to put away our work at once. They're leaving materials everywhere, being loud and disruptive, and not meeting expectations. Let's try this again. Do you see how nicely they're carrying their placemat with their artwork on top? They're taking turns putting their work on the drying rack, starting at the very bottom and filling every space on the way up. And they're returning their paintbrushes. I love how quietly and calmly they're cleaning up. One of the most fun things about art is that sometimes it can be messy. If you need to wash your hands, you can use the big silver sink in the back of the classroom. We're not crowding the sink or splashing water, and it shouldn't take you more than 10 seconds to do a quick rinse. There's no reason for shouting or pushing, and you most definitely should not be throwing your paper towels. Oh my goodness, these students are not following our art room expectations. They're being loud and disruptive, they're being unsafe by dripping water all over our floors. Not a good plan. Alright, that's more like it. Now they're doing a wonderful job taking turns, doing just a quick rinse, making sure not to splash water, and throwing their paper towels away correctly. If you choose STEP in the art room, quietly pick up your chair and take it to the other side of the classroom. Sit facing away from the rest of the class and use this time to refocus so you can join us and get back to creating. Nice job, Miss Dietrich. That's exactly what somebody who is choosing STEP should look like. Something new in our classroom this year is our art passes. If you need to go to the office or the nurse, get a drink of water, or go to the bathroom, you need to take the correct pass with you. Our time together is really short, so please stay in our classroom unless it's an emergency. Don't leave the classroom without asking, and if somebody else is already gone, you need to wait until they get back. If you really need to go, make sure you raise your hand and ask permission first, and then quietly take the correct pass with you as you leave the classroom. Don't forget to hang it back up when you come back. When our time together in art is done for the day, we're going to line up just as nicely as we did when we first entered the classroom. I'll call tables to line up. When your table is called, quietly stand up, push your chair in, and line up on the tape line facing the door. These students are doing a great job standing in a single file line, facing forward, hands to themselves, and voices off. And that's it. Now it's time to get started creating. I'm so excited to have you in my class, and I can't wait to make this the best year ever.